we're starting. Alright, give people a sec to come in, come hang out. Oh fuck, I hate that fucking button. They changed the thing when you want to go to your page on YouTube
Uh-huh.
and you click on your logo and it used to be right
Oh,
now it's
yeah.
Google account. I'm like, bitch, I want to go to my channel.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I keep hitting fucking Google account. I'm like, bitch. Yeah, he said, let's see. And I have like some of the third place votes.
Mm.
We had 3 unanimous. Just wait for. Oh, we got codes, Matter GCB. Is the chat popping up? Is the chat popping up on stream? I have it set up
Uh,
to. It doesn't look like it.
Let me open it up. Let's see.
I want the fucking words on the fucking screen.
All I see is you and
Yeah.
some Grim Reaper back there.
Bro, that's fucking Ghostface, bro.
Yeah, man. I don't know what that is. Looks like the Grim Reaper to me.
Bro, you don't know Scream?
No.
Oh my god. You don't know Scream?
My lack of knowledge on movies in general is kind of shocking.
Oh, you what? That's crazy. I'm just waiting for a few more before people come in. What happened here? What? Who's this guy?
Who is this guy?
Codes is on your neck, bro. He said Cook just thought Ghostface was the Grim Reaper.
Are they like brothers at least, man? They gotta be
Bro,
related.
my god, bro. How have you not seen Scream? It's like, dude, that's up there with like Michael Myers and fucking Freddy Krueger and how you what the fuck?
Oh, okay, okay. You just named some dudes that I've never seen the movies for them either. So
Oh my god, Cook. Dude, how old are you? 20, 27,
is
26?
Michael Myers that dude's a tight end for the Raiders. That's all I know.
Oh my god. No way.
Like whenever someone says stuff about Freddy and Jason and stuff, I'm like,
Nah.
yeah, never
Listen.
seen it.
Listen, dude, you need to do something. Oh my god. All right, so what I have here in front of me is I have it set up for just first team. I'll have to pull it down after we finish them and set it up for second team, but I have the I could actually show my screen to you. Um but I have the positions on the screen and then I have the logos of the teams of the guys, and
Mm.
this is where chat gets involved, where they can guess which logo goes where and what player it is.
Okay, okay.
So, you'll see, for example, I don't have any first teamers, so I can throw it out there. Say, I have the Eagles, so you'd put the Eagles, okay, say it's quarterback. All right, well, it's Jalen Hurts. Just something to get everybody involved here. Just to have a little fun. That's why I
Eagles
wanted.
quarterback. Oh, it's Marcus Mariota.
Oh shit! Fucking spoiled it. Yeah, that's what I was hoping the chat was on the screen. I have it set up on here for chat box, but it's not working. Let me see if I can. Yeah. Oh well, that's all right. All right, so I'm gonna pull up. You want to do offense or defense? We'll do offense. It's short and quick. Short and quick on offense. We're not doing offensive
Okay.
line right now. The offensive line will come with the all rookie team. We're just gonna do first and second team guys. Um,
Everywhere else.
yeah, first and second team everywhere else, and the entire defense. The offensive line
Mm.
and the all rookie team should come later this week. Probably depends when KMFO gives it to me. I'd like to get it out before Thanksgiving, to be honest. So,
That's fair.
um, and then first team, we'll talk about the first team. Like, so I have the offense up here. We can put these guys where they belong, and then we could talk about your you could give your insight on your votes because you were a voter. I don't know if everyone
Yeah.
knows. I don't think anybody knows actually. Um, I
The voting, yeah,
assembled,
it was never
yeah,
disclosed.
I assembled a group of 9 people. It, the last few years it was just record the stats, and based on the formula JT gave me, that was, from top to bottom, that was your list. This year we still have that list, but it's now being voted on by 9 different people. Um, so this isn't just, my list. This isn't just Cook's list. This is it's just like real life. How many guys got first place? How many guys got second place votes? Um, so this is where chat comes involved, and they can scream out whatever position they want, and we could just go from there.
Okay.
Um,
Where's the fullbacks?
oh damn, we should have got full. You know how hard that'd be. You got to do like bike pancakes.
I don't think you can check pancakes in Madden,
They
so
don't have
go
pancakes
for
on
that.
there.
I
Matagy loves his team, man. I love him for that. I love
I'd
him for
love the
that.
Chiefs too if I got the Chiefs.
Yeah, man. But he is wrong. The Chief is not the tight end. The Chief. I'm surprised. Let me look at this list.
The Chief is Al Farouk Aminu.
I'm actually surprised that like where Travis Kelsey landed on this list, which I'll talk about afterwards. But Mr. Codes has our first one with Green Bay at running back. Green Bay at running back,
Oh, okay.
and we'll throw the names on here. That way I can just screenshot it and move on afterwards. Um, we'll screenshot it and move on when I'm done, so I can move it. How do I want to put these on here?
What is going on here? This is so big.
Yeah, yeah, man. I'm out here messing around with it. Look, where'd you have Aaron Jones on your list? Was he your running back one?
I think he was the clear cut number one because a lot of the other top running backs weren't even eligible, first of all, because of like suspensions for usage and stuff.
Yeah, with
And amongst the guys,
the award winners.
yeah, amongst the guys, yeah, the award winners as well. Amongst the guys remaining, Aaron Jones was like the clear cut number one, 2,000 yards in the regular season,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't really play the final 2 games, so you kind of factored that in as well. That he barely played those last 2 games, so it
Yeah.
was without a doubt the number one for me.
I think it was unexpected. Like his season was really unexpected in what he did. No, you don't expect Aaron Jones from Hype Mike to get 2,000 yards. Um,
Until you
I'm
see that he has jukebox, and then you understand why.
Yeah, that is true. According to what's in front of me, I have all the votes. Um, he was one vote from being unanimous. One person had him as the second best running back in the league.
Expose him! Who did it? Expose him!
Um, that person was Deloyd. Deloyd did
Oh,
not have Aaron Jones at running back one.
did he like go vote Derek? Like, he allowed to vote for Derek Henry? That was his player for half the year.
He was allowed to vote for Derrick Henry. Um,
mm,
but yeah, he was one of the guys that was not. He was very close to being unanimous. I didn't learn that till just now when I looked at it. Next up,
yeah,
I think
I think you should disclose, by the way, that like the people on the panel were not allowed to vote for their own
Yeah,
players.
you
So like,
can't. You could not vote for your own teams. I couldn't vote for any Eagles, Cook, the Rams, so on and so forth. You guys will see who were the voters and what their lists were when I release. I'm gonna release everything in the background, in the works that we did. So everything's gonna be transparent. Everyone will see everything. Next up, we'll go. We'll have our we'll go with quarterback. Unanimous. Our first unanimous player on the
mm,
All Pro is little Patrick Mahomes.
yeah, and obviously that means I had him on my first team, and I think when you look at the quarterbacks this year, I mean Mahomes, high quarterback rating, low interception number, completion percentage was like 78%, pretty absurd. And whether you think Magic just throws RPOs or not, it's still a uber efficient season.
Yeah.
So without a doubt, the number one.
He would have won number one, even on the original All Pro list, the way that I did it before with JT's calculations.
Formula.
Yeah, he still would have won it. Um, I can check. Let me see if Aaron Jones would have won it. Aaron Jones was number so Dalvin Cook, Amari DeMarcado, and Devon Achan were all they were all disqualified because they won in-game awards. The top four running backs were Dalvin Cook, Amari, Aaron Jones, and then Devon Achan. So he would have Aaron
Mm.
Jones still would have won first team. Um, let's see, where do you want to go? You want to knock out this tight end, or you want to knock out these receivers? Because you don't even know the list.
Oh, you get three receivers on the
Yeah, we
first team.
got we
Okay.
got three receivers on both teams.
Um, let's go receiver.
All right, we go receiver. Um, let's see.
Yeah,
I
can
think
we
I think
get
the
the
receivers
receivers?
are. I think the
I'm
receivers
kind
are
of curious to
pretty
see who got.
obvious.
Is it like?
The
Do we go wide
order,
receiver one, two, and three
I do have
in the other
them in
order?
order. I do have them in order. I'm pretty
Mm,
sure.
okay.
Let me see the list. I do have the order. Um. Oh wow, that's interesting. Okay, I do have the order. Which one do you want first? For the best receiver or the third best?
Let's start from the bottom. Wide receiver three.
Start from the bottom. Wide receiver three was DK Metcalf.
Mm.
DK was number three.
So I obviously couldn't vote for the Ram that you're expecting there, Cooper Cup. So DK Metcalf was naturally my number two. But if I did have a vote, I would have voted Cup ahead of him. So he would have been my number three.
DK Metcalf had one, two. He had three second place votes, no first place, and it looks like one third place vote and one fourth place vote. So he was mostly he got dragged down by those other two votes. It looks like compared to the other guys. Um,
Yeah.
so he again another good year by DK. He
Yeah, led the league in
Z yeah
touchdowns.
Z's gonna make sure his guys eat. He's got a very efficient offense. He knows how to use his playmakers. So it's really no surprise based on the actual statistics. He was the fifth best wide receiver this season.
So if we were doing the All Pro formula, he would have been second team.
Technically yes. Yeah, he would have been wide
Yeah.
receiver two on the second team.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the good things about us doing this is because I think Metcalf gets penalized for missing a couple games, which yeah, you can say availability is the best ability, but when you check it, Metcalf led the league in touchdowns in 12 games played. That's kind of impressive in its own right.
Yeah, I think Z said he missed
Or 14.
I think he only played
I think he
14
missed 3 games.
games. I think he only played 4 games. So next up we got Cooper Cup. Since it's pretty obvious. Cooper Cup is the number two wide receiver. So we'll
Mm.
actually pick him up and move him over here to the right side. I think the right side's the number two side.
Yeah. Yeah, Rice is number two. I was confused when you did that, but
Yep.
obviously I couldn't vote for Cup, but I mean, using Cooper Cup, he was pretty good this year. He got hurt at the end of the regular season, so he missed the last two games, but still finished second in receiving yards. Had about like 13 or 14 touchdowns, and I mean, yeah, he's Cooper Cup out there.
Yeah, Cooper Cup, he got my on my list, he was number one. I gave him number one. I think he was by far the
Yeah,
best receiver. I think he's got the best separation. He's always finding ways in that to make the Rams win, and I think he was a huge success to your Super Bowl run. And I don't know, I personally don't know if you could have done it with any other receiver besides Cooper Cup.
yeah. I mean, hey man, if I had Justin Jefferson, I feel like the thing I could do okay with him, something like that. But I mean, Cooper Cup was, I think, led the league in receiving yards per game, and that's with him getting hurt in the
Mm.
middle of one of the games. So, when he was out there, he was efficient. He had over 100 yards a game.
Yeah, Cooper Cup, 69 catches, 1,500 yards, 14 touchdowns, 600 rack yards. He he barely averaged 100 yards game. He was at 100.13 yards per game.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite parts about using him was his ability to get rack yards, which is underrated in his game. But he has like 96 acceleration. He has, I think, 90 juke move, and all that helps you get rack yardage.
Yeah, so Cooper Cup would have been number one, but instead he is number two. And finally, wide receiver one is Mr. Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I mean, led the league in receiving. He was my wide receiver one on my panel. So when you watch the Vikings games, you see Wimmy do a good job of getting him involved. And Wimmy's one of those guys that'll get the most out of his good players. We saw it with Terry McLaurin last cycle. And as soon as he got the Vikings, I was like, oh, he'll be able to get Jay Jettas to lead the league in receiving, do what CEO wasn't able to do, and make Jettas. And we're seeing that.
Yeah, he was wide receiver number two. He was in the All Pro, just statistics. Wide receiver number two, 78 catches, 1,600 yards, 16 touchdowns, averaged 101 yards per game. But he's not far under Cooper Cup on that list. So it was close between them. And then obviously this is actually so I was surprised when I got this on the list here. Um, Evan Ingram at tight end.
I had Evan Ingram as my first team, especially in the second half of the season. Evan Ingram was dominant for the Jaguars. He was their number one guy in the passing attack, and I think he led tight ends in yards. So yeah, I feel like Evan Ingram for me was kind of a no brainer tight end one.
So I actually let me pull this up because he was not my tight end one. Um, he was, let's see, Evan Ingram. Wow, I kept Evan Ingram from being unanimous. Yeah,
Wow,
I kept it from being unanimous.
it was only
He
a
was
surprise to you.
it must have been. Yeah, I actually followed the all pro stats because it was actually pretty clear cut that he got number four on the list. But compared to the number one guy, which I won't say because he's on team two, so once we get there, we'll get to it. But um, he's got almost 60 less score overall than the top guy. But he's got 75 catches, 1,200 yards, 13 touchdowns. Um, I guess maybe I just didn't look into it enough, but I didn't realize
Yeah,
how influential Evan Ingram was in that offense.
yeah, and I will say one of the things I looked at for this is drops, which my Madden does track. So some tight ends and receivers had higher drop numbers. I kind of looked at them a different way. Where it's like, yeah, you're getting a lot of targets, but if your catch percentage is like 90%, it's kind of low compared to other guys.
Yeah, I
And it's a sign of force feeding in a way. It's like, yeah, sometimes you kind of want to reward guys for being in the flow of the game than being force fed.
yeah. But yeah, congrats to those guys. First team. Um I will get the rewards out later when I realize what they are. I think they still need to be sent to me. Um Trade just came through. Sauce Gardner just got traded. Sauce Gardner pick 19 and next year's first for pick 1 overall and a third round pick from the Ravens.
Oh wow, we
So
already got trades through.
yeah, and then the other
Dang.
trade was Jerome Peppers to the Packers for a second round pick. But yeah, number one is on the move for Sauce Gardner, a first for in two firsts.
Huh. I mean, if you're going to trade that number one pick, obviously, I think getting a superstar caliber player back is a good return. And um,
Interesting.
I'm kind of curious to see why A Rod didn't wait a little longer.
I
But
definitely would
I
have
mean, maybe that
waited.
was yeah,
I mean, Greeny's his guy, so maybe that's why. But you
yeah,
probably could have got
yeah.
more than just two first round picks out of someone. But he is a Jets
Yeah,
fan, so
that might
maybe
have
he
been
just wanted sauce. Maybe he wanted sauce. Maybe.
yeah, or maybe it's just my friend.
Yeah, that's a we just got a my friend trade right there. But you know what? It is what it is, I guess. Um, let's see. Oops, I think I just opened up my
Hard.
fucking what's it called?
I'm tired of waiting on you, fam. When are the videos gonna
Who
start
the
dropping
fuck?
cookies?
Well, that was quick.
Uh,
Did you do that?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you could. I was getting
Hey
ready
man,
to
I
do
got I
it.
got red zone. I got red zone powers here.
Hey, yeah, go on, get out of here. Um, let's see. Now we can go. I screenshotted this. We can move over to defense. I need to get the list up for this one because there's more than just 7 guys. Um, got 3 inside linebackers, 2 edge, 2 inside D line, 2 safeties, 2 corners. Let me make sure there's 2 corners. Yeah, and 2 corners. Um, and we'll start off. I got. Uh-oh. One moment. Might have a little problem here.
Well, problem. Are we missing a logo? Let's see. Let's see these. Oh, we got two Rams. You love to see it.
We got 2 Rams. We got a
Oh, this is
Cowboy,
first
a
team.
Commander.
Yeah, which proves winning and losing if your player shows out. The Commanders have a player here. Cleveland Browns, Raiders, not exactly top teams, and just you perform, you perform.
Okay, never mind. There was a correction for second team, and we didn't. We don't got to worry about that because we're not there yet. We'll get there when
Okay.
we get there. So
Yeah.
Mataji threw out there Trent McDuffie at corner. I was gonna do the unanimous first, but I'll let him get his shine over here. He's been begging for McDuffie love. Um, I mean, the Chiefs were one of the best teams in the league all season, and let me see. He's always got a good defense, in my opinion. So I'm not really surprised here to
Yeah.
see his corner here. Um,
Is that CB1 or CB2 spot?
let's see. Let me double check. On here, he is cornerback 1. We'll put cornerback 1 on the left. How about that?
Okay.
Just
Okay.
cause, just cause.
That's what I line up.
Yep.
That's usually what I line
We're
up on
getting
defense.
technical
So
over here, man. So Trent McDuffie, he got here. I don't remember what color the other ones were, but anywho. Yeah, he's always
yeah.
got one of the best
I mean,
defenses. He's definitely got a good pass defense. Chris Jones obviously probably helps a little bit with him fucking up the throws and getting in their face. Yeah, I'm not really surprised at him being quarterback 1 at all.
yeah, I had him as my cornerback one. 9 interceptions, led all corners. I also looked at pass deflections heavily for corners, almost as much as interceptions, because those are all pass breakups going your way. So he also had 6 pass deflections. So I think without a doubt he was cornerback one from what you can judge. Because obviously corner is a little bit of a different game. Some guys might be shutting it down, but not really recording stats or something like that. But this is just the best way to judge it.
Yeah. Um, let's see. Hold on, let me see. Neff's tagging me on some bullshit. We ain't worried about him. Um, the now we'll jump to the unanimous guys. We gave Managy his love. Um, let me pull up the list again. unanimous fellows. Let me move this out the way. So the first unanimous guy is obviously inside as a Ram.
Hmm. And when you say unanimous, this is unanimous even though I didn't vote for Aaron Donald because I couldn't.
Correct. Without your vote, it's still unanimous.
Yeah, so
What do you? How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I don't think I want to say who my first team guy is in case he shows up later, but I mean Aaron Donald is Aaron Donald. You know, you can't really mess with that. Not only does he have inside stuff, he also has under pressure, and you know he blows up running game, the passing game. He doesn't even have to get there, and you know I feel like this year with the way edge rushers are a little bit toned down, having some of those dominant inside guys really make a difference. And Aaron Donald is that guy. Like he plays like a 99.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I got
And
yeah.
he could have been someone else's. He could have been someone else's if someone wanted to pay up, but no one wanted to pay the price of a unanimous first team guy, pay him the way he should be paid. So the Rams will play him the way he should be played.
Yeah, we seen him take over a little bit. Obviously throughout the playoffs where it's most important. And then on the Super Bowl run against those two mediocre quarterbacks out in New England. That you know they're young guys, don't really have the talent, and once you put an Aaron Donald in their face, they're definitely going to get spooked a little bit.
Oh yeah, Corral and Mac Jones both missed throws in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So and then next up we had our next unanimous guy. Let me see. Our next unanimous guy here was another Ram. Byron Young. Unanimous once again.
For edge rushers, yeah. I mean, when you look at the stats, I think he had 10 sacks on the regular season, around 25 tackles for loss. So, you know, he's an old rookie. He's 25. He's an experienced rookie, but you know, 92 speed on Byron Young, so he definitely made a difference outside. And it's actually kind of funny because about whenever KMFO joined the server, like midway through the year, he has the Rams in another league, and we were having a conversation about how he uses Byron Young because he uses Byron Young as kind of like a 4-3 inside, like a stand-up linebacker. And I was like, you know, that's not a bad idea, but right now he's causing so much havoc for me as an edge. I think I got to keep him there and see how he finishes out the year. And one of the biggest benefits that Byron Young had was playing with Aaron Donald because a lot of times Aaron Donald would get doubled. And not only would Byron Young beat a single team, like sometimes he wouldn't even get blocked when teams double team Aaron Donald. And that 92 speed doesn't take long to get in there. So he really benefited from that.
And yeah, he played really well out there. Obviously he doesn't have a star or anything, so it's hard to keep track of him on the field. So when you're watching, I can't really tell you what the hell he's done. Just just look at the stats. But now he will. Now he will.
Yeah.
I got one for you. Who do you think this Browns player is?
The Browns player.
Yeah, who do you think this Cleveland Brown is?
I gotta check my. I don't think I have a Browns player here. If I had to guess, it would be Emerson, the cornerback.
This Cleveland Brown is Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Oh, that was gonna be my other guess.
Yeah, who
I
actually
did not have him on my ballot.
Wow. We're just gonna put him as JOK because his name's so long. He was not unanimous. No. He was not unanimous.
Yeah, I was about to say,
I was just expecting you to call out Myles Garrett.
Oh yeah. I mean, I knew Myles Garrett's numbers weren't that good, so I didn't bother with him. But
yeah, no,
I knew Emerson had a good year.
JOK was the third inside linebacker. He only got one first place vote.
But it does make sense. Like looking at his numbers, he kind of did a little bit of everything. He got home to the quarterback. I think he had over 100 tackles on the season. So shout out to the former Browns user. I got the most out of JOK.
Yeah. I can't say who voted where because I don't have their names on this one because it's at the bottom of the spreadsheet. But next up we have got my list pulled up. We'll knock out the line, the D line. How about that? Next up, We got
Yeah.
Jonathan Allen as the other interior lineman.
Yeah, and without being able to vote for Aaron Donald, I think Jonathan Allen was my unanimous first guy. We couldn't vote for Cam Hayward because he won Defensive Player of the Year. So without those two, Jonathan Allen, I played against Jonathan Allen this year, even with the former Commanders using my friend. I mean, Jonathan Allen, I think he got me for like 5 tackles for loss and 3.5 sacks. Those guys, like I said earlier with Donald, those interior guys that can stop the run and rush the passer are so dominant this year. And we saw that in the stats. Like all those guys with inside stuff led the league in tackles for loss.
Not
Guys like
mine.
Cam Hayward,
Not
he was
mine.
still up there. He was still up there, like
Uh,
the top 15. But I mean, even with that, they still also were up there in sacks. Like the likes of Jonathan Allen, Cam Hayward led the league.
yeah. Finish off this edge. Who do you think it is?
Hmm. So it can't be Keon White because he won Defensive Rookie of the
Yep,
Year.
Keon White
Oh,
is disqualified.
looking at these logos, Lev, I think I'm gonna go with Mad Max.
This is Max Crosby, which I'm surprised that that was
And
your
that
guess because we have a Cowboy and we have a Steeler up here still.
well, Micah won Defensive Player of the Year,
Ah, see, you
so
are
he
paying attention.
yeah. Hey man, I had to fill out a ballot. I had to fill it out correctly, so I had to make sure.
Mm.
Funny enough, I actually put Micah down. Then I realized I was like, oh,
Yeah, I
I
did the
gotta take
same
him
thing.
off.
I did the same exact thing.
But once I did that, looking at the rest of them, it was between Max and another guy for number one that I won't say in case he makes the second team. But I gave Max the edge. His sack numbers were pretty good. Got tackles for loss, and he also forced fumbles, and that's something I valued as maybe a tiebreaker for edge rushers is if you were able to get a strip sack.
Hmm.
And Crosby, I think, had 2 or 3 on the year.
Yeah, Max Crosby had a good year on a bad team. Mike's pretty good with defense, so I'm not surprised that Max Crosby was one of the best players coming into the league itself. So,
Yeah.
shout out to Mike for his one All Pro, his one first team All Pro there. Um, we got two inside linebackers here. Let me see where they go. We got linebacker one being from Dallas. And we got another
Yeah.
linebacker coming from San Fran.
Yeah, and Leighton Vander Esch, he was my linebacker one. And I feel like Drama usually used Leighton Vander Esch and did a really good job of kind of doing a little bit of everything with Leighton Vander Esch. When you watch his games, he's able to wreck plays in both the run game and the pass game. And in general, it's just a force for the Cowboys. And, besides Micah Parsons, I think Leighton Vander Esch was a huge part of that defense. And, you play with a lot of talent on that Cowboys defense, but Vander Esch definitely shined.
Yeah. Again, Cowboys, another top team. Played really well this season. Did not make it past the wild card, losing to the other inside linebacker, Fred Warner. But Drama's defense was definitely, I'm pretty sure, one of the best ones in the league. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure, not positive, obviously, but yeah, good for him getting him out there. I'm surprised. I'm pretty sure Micah would have been out here with him if he did not win it. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
absolutely.
Is LVE his user?
Yeah, he uses
Mm,
LV a lot. So, and when I played him in week 8 or 9 or something. I remember and just watching his games otherwise, he uses LV a lot. He makes plays with him.
yeah, Drama's got a decent user. It's not bad. And then Fred Warner.
Yeah, and
Go ahead.
yeah, Fred Warner was actually my middle line or inside linebacker 4,
Mm,
but it was pretty close between him and a couple other guys. But I mean, when you play Fred Warner, you know what you're getting. He's a rangy linebacker, borderline generational type linebacker. He's got lurkers, so he's a threat in the pass game. I think he had 5 interceptions. He could sniff out run plays left and right. So you always got to count where 54 is on the field when you're going against the Niners.
yeah, he was one of the guys. So after my game with Z, or after my game with CEO, I talked to Z, and he was kind of asking me on that last play. I called 4 verts out of doubles, and I threw it to the left, thinking I had space because I didn't want to throw to the right because Fred Warner was actually covering the tight end on the right. And they had said that he broken open. I'm like, yeah, but he's got Lurker. I'd rather take my chance on the
Yeah.
left with those guys than throwing right at Fred Warner with Lurker. So it could have been a pick either way. But yeah, that kind of just shows what kind of guy Fred Warner is that you kind of got to watch out for. And he definitely influences which decisions you make on offense going up against him.
Yeah, and I threw a pick to Fred Warner in week 18 where I had like a down low like slant or something, and what was it? CEO was covering that with his user, and I had a wide receiver stop like 30 yards upfield in the corner. Now, granted, it was Stetson Bennett throwing the ball, so it took a little bit longer to get there, but still, Fred Warner's ability to just shoot upfield 30 yards and get the interception from when I released the ball was pretty insane.
Yeah. Now we got Kyle Duggar up at safety. I assume strong safety, so that's where I put him. Um, he's a guy, stats are inflated because he's able to play that sub linebacker role. So he's there, he's able to make a difference, and kind of help out the defense. So he's able to sneak in at safety there. And then he also has a buddy out there. I don't know his name, Speed. I don't know his first name. But those two guys have
Amir Speed.
those guys got a little duo out there at corner and safety. So go ahead and you just played them. You just gave them a loss in the best game in the season. So
Yeah, I mean, as far as Kyle Duggar is his box safety. He had like 20 tackles for loss on the regular season. I did not have Duggar on my list. I had him as the fifth guy on my ballot, and we only could put four. And part of it was just the fact that I kind of valued that sub linebacker role a little bit less for safeties. Voting for safeties, I wanted to vote for true safeties. So, there's one other guy that's missing there from the Steelers that I had first,
yeah,
but
I'm
you
throwing
took
him
Kyle
up
Duggar
there
twice,
right
but right
now.
away.
What?
You have Kyle Duggar on there for cornerback as well, but yeah, but nonetheless, Duggar was a game wrecker as a sub linebacker, able to do, what the great sub linebackers can do, make tackles for loss, get interceptions, not get pancaked too often. But honestly, after playing against Duggar, like I kind of stand by my not putting him on the first team or second team. But as far as Amir Speed, he lives up to the name. He has 97 speed. He's like 6'2" or 6'3", and he is a lockdown corner by the definition. Where you'll be able to get swats, you'll be able to stick your best receiver. He had 6 or 7 interceptions in the regular season, or 6 and 7 deflections. So, on a team that has Christian Gonzalez, it's kind of surprising to have an even better young corner in Amir Speed.
Yeah, definitely one of those good young corners out there. I know he's flexed him out there a little bit. In Gen Chat, he's always talking about him. Um, I think he got him a dev game through the mini games.
Mini games, yeah.
So good for him. That's someone that he focused on and someone that he wanted to develop, and he was able to do that. Um, so it definitely feels good when you got a project out there. And you got two DBs out there, so you're doing something right on defense. This is someone that I played. And I ended up throwing 3 or 4 interceptions against, so I did, obviously I struggled against them. And, Kyle Duggar being in that sub linebacker spot, being able to get those extra animations while still being able to play the run and cover tight ends and whatnot. So it definitely makes a difference. And shout out to SP on his little Super Bowl run with one of the probably a bottom 3, bottom 5 team at the least. Making
Yeah.
his run with these guys and being able to get him up here. And this just goes towards his development a little more towards both these young players, and I expect them to probably be up here again next year.
Yeah, I mean that Patriots defense, it's building into something special with Duggar, Amir Speed, Gonzalez. And I just traded Real Peppers, but you still got Keon White rushing the passer. He had 11 plus sacks, so they definitely have a lot of talent and a lot of draft picks to keep building on that.
Yeah, definitely a good time for them right now. And SP, I feel like he could be. I don't know. I mean, the Patriots, the way he played, he could be a decent quarterback and like some receivers away from being right back where he was this year. He's
Oh
he's
yeah, I would
he's
say he
not
was a
far
little
off.
ahead of he was ahead of schedule this year for sure. That team is building up, and on offense, he had nothing to work with. He was definitely ahead of schedule and overachieved with that team, and I mean, just about came close to winning the Super Bowl. So much respect to him.
Yeah, so that's what we'll hang on to second team. We'll probably do second team tomorrow. And
Yeah.
because I kind of like being able to talk about these guys. I expected this to be a little shorter, but I think we've been live for at least 40 minutes now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40 on the dot actually, as I said that. I like being able to break it down a little bit, so I'll save those guys for tomorrow, and hopefully we have offensive line and rookie, so we could do that all together. But I do
Yeah.
appreciate you coming on and giving your 2 cents and telling these guys where you voted them at. And then obviously you're more than welcome to come back when I do this again tomorrow.
Yeah, as long as you don't do it too early before I'm awake.
7 a.m. See you there.
It might be before my bedtime. We'll see.
All right, well, that's first team. I'll have second team out and rookies out later this week, hopefully before Thanksgiving. Appreciate you guys watching. We'll do it again like this, the same way when we do the other teams